Welcome to City and Snow. This is a modified Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Let's Play podcast. I'm Lizzie, I use she, her pronouns, and today I'm green with tattoo envy.
Hi, I'm Izzy, I use they, them. I play Yor, who's a tiefling paladin, and last time they went with Ilivara to fetch Marib, and they pried her away from her fighty business by using outspokenness that I don't have.
Hi, I'm Lane. I use she, her, and I play Hannah, who is a half-elf fighter. And last time was probably the first time she was ever really scared in her entire life.
Hi, my name is Miranda. I use they, them, or he, him, and I play Six. It's a Maxi Sorcerer who last time caused Hannah to be the most scared she's ever been by releasing a tentacle from another dimension.
Hi, my name is Anna. I use she, her, and I play the Hermetic Red Blade Ilivara, who last time resisted the urge to hold Yor's hand.
Last time the party split up. Ilivara and Yor went out on the chilly streets of Elbanistan to track down the members of the First Bastion Mercenary Company who are out and about on their own business. Yor serenaded Ilivara while they walked to the Anvil Paradise, a busy smithy guild, I guess restaurant bar, where they found Marib letting off some steam in a fighting pit. She joined them to go find JT, who is located at the Coal River Inn in a similar part of the town. Meanwhile, Six and Hannah ran into Hannah's mama, Yana. Yeah, again. As they returned to the eclectic eccentric, the magic store and home owned by the late Master Spellwright. They finally broke through the trapdoor and climbed down a ladder into a mysterious basement where they found the last items needed for the reincarnation ritual, and Six accidentally set off a portal that opened to an inky, dark, terrifying world where a tentacle almost got him, and Hannah hacked it off and grabbed Six to get the fuck out of there. And that's where we leave y'all. I think one of the last things was everyone was just on the streets of Elthanistan, figuring out where their next destination is.
Can I just say that someone with a store called the Eclectic Eccentric and a creepy basement underneath it is definitely into some kinky shit.
Well, you missed one door, so I can't. Oh dear. I think you all searched his bedroom too. Anyway. Anyway,
Yor and Ilivara.
Yeah, let's start with Yor and Ilivara.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah. So, the Coal River Inn is located on the western bank of the river. It is, it's hard to say, maybe a 10-15 minute walk, and it's over a bridge from where you are now. It's in a slightly older part of town, and it is pretty easy to miss. So who's heading up this expedition? And what are you telling Marib, if anything?
Ilivara will probably just keep silent, respectfully, in Marib's presence.
Does she look like she wants to talk?
I think that as much as she wants to talk, she also is trying to make sure that no one's overhearing anything. Mm-hmm. Part of the deal is that she's not running around in her full armor, and she is carrying her armor like on her back in a sack. So she's not really in like full battle ready to kill mode. She's in like I'm ready to figure out what this situation is, and it hasn't interrupted my day so much to be a bother. Okay, so are you just heading to the hotel? To the inn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would think either Yor or Marib should lead. Probably Marib if she's agreeable to that, since she knows the town.
Okay. She does know where this place is. She's been there a few times. And I'm trying to figure out if she gives you any advice, but I think she's gonna see you're carrying your sword and I forget the exact polearm.
Glaive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say halberd, but it's not that. And glaive. So you're on the level. I think at some point, maybe if, while you're waiting for traffic to pass, Marib is going to ask at some point, "Hey, you don't mind if I take a look at that sword later, do you? It looks like a fine piece of work."
Mine?
Yeah?
She visibly hesitates. I suppose that's alright.
Maybe after we get all this sorted out, you just have like a little bit of a one-on-one. That'd be nice.
Oh. Oh, God. No. Can I just ask her to crush my head with her thighs?
Oh my gosh. You could lose on
It's all in
purpose.
character. You can do whatever you want.
Please start rolling your next character.
Rob doesn't go 50%. She's all in.
This is what you requested. I don't. Sorry.
I just take a look at her own weapon and...
She's notably not carrying any weapons.
Okay. She was just in the fighting pit with her fists?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have to
God.
do something different for a fighting pit with that. Part of the thing is that, like, the goal is to, like, push someone out of the pit.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Push their head off their shoulders.
yeah, not chop them into little bits. So, I'll make a sword version of that fun little game just for you to request later, because that would be neat.
I guess Ilvar is fine just leaving it as is. Yeah, I accept this duel.
Okay, cool. Someone's gonna die. Yeah.
It'll be a good death.
Oh my god. Could I get perception checks while you're walking through town?
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Boy.
Good start.
5.
Cool.
Are you both thinking about Marib's thighs?
Yeah, we're really distracted.
We just like catch each other looking and we're just like
We're like glancing at each other like, what?
look away quickly.
Mixed emotions, like, yeah.
No, I think at some point, Marib moves her heavy sack of jangly metal from one shoulder to the other, and you get the full range of shoulder and bicep and tricep going.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think I need to make a fortitude save or faint.
Honestly, what do we roll?
Funny, because you guys just had your first date, and now we're just like
We're thirsty
you're
together.
both being swept off your
Honestly.
feet.
She could carry us both, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
like
definitely.
Oh my god. You too.
I don't mind a con save from. Nice.
it. Yeah, I got a 21 to keep myself
On your feet.
on my feet.
little bit of a swoon on that 13 for your, but I think you managed to catch yourself.
Now Ilivara's going to want to go around without a jacket on.
Just showing off your...
And to flex her little non-existent muscles.
She was stretchy, though. That's also hot.
She's quite acrobatic.
Oh, yeah.
So with that original perception of an 11 and a 5, I think you don't notice the inn until Marib stops in front of it. That's like how unnoticeable this place is. So it's a dark building between a sleepy used furniture store and a boarded up tailor shop. It's about in the center of town on the west bank of the Coal River, and it's in a very unassuming but older section of town that doesn't get a ton of pedestrians. It does overlook the water, though, which is kind of neat. So...
Is the general feel of this place kind of sketch, or is it just an old part of town?
It's not sketch. It's like... I wouldn't necessarily say run down because it's obvious that it's not falling apart and that it's taken care of. But this is like an older section of town. This is like you turn the street and you go from like old apartment buildings and like warehouses and like those expensive burger and beer shops. And you turn the corner and it's like, oh, this is where the antique store is. Been around for 30 years, and this is where an ancient church is that's just been in this town for 200. It's that part of town where like this is like the, I don't want to say it's like the old town section because that's kind of implies that that's where tourists go, or at least that's what I'm used to. This is the part of town that's like, oh, I need to get my vacuum fixed. That's not a very D&D thing.
Let's D&D-ify it. I need my ring of jumping polished. That's just for 6.
How's this? There's a really specific bakery that's for a type of place that's like out of town.
I've got it. I need to get my bag of holding stitched up.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so as you walk up to the front doors, a tall teen runs past you up the couple of steps into the hotel, runs in and does not hold the door open. Very rude.
You're a bouncer, though, so you know what proper etiquette is for this job.
They didn't even stop. Well, I guess I'll get the door then.
Okay.
Actually, I want to make another perception check just to see if anyone's suspicious nearby.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
That's an 8.
No. I think Ilvar just goes, youths.
Damn youths. Alright, I'll hold the door open for the other two then.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. When you open it, a little bell goes off, and you're in a nice little foyer. A little bit dark, but that's okay, because it's a little bit warm. And that's kind of all that matters on a cold winter day. A young half-elf pops up in the window of the cold check to your side. Good day. Welcome in from the cold. Always nice to see new faces around here. I'm Sarwill, and I'll just hang up those cloaks if you don't mind. Do you need any help with any luggages or travel chests?
We're not staying.
Oh? In that case, what can I help you with?
Accidental intimidate check.
It's just all of you. It's just a passive intimidation check.
Yeah.
Intimidation roll.
I'll look to Yor, because clearly I'm not the one to talk
friendly
here.
Face.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry, we're looking for JT if you'd help us with that.
Oh, I can't confirm any personal details about our patrons, but you can ask at the front desk.
Sounds good.
They hold their hands out for any cloaks. Do you check any items? Nope. Okay. Head right in.
Ilvara actively gives the open hand a, narrowed eyes, suspicious look at.
Okay.
Harassing minimum wage staff.
You know she's minimum wage.
This is a nice part of town.
Yeah. Okay, so when you walk in, the interior fixtures are brassy, a little bit underlit, lots of old couches in a forgettable dark green paisley type of pattern, a little bit of a 70s thing going on, where the walls are dark wood and the floor is green. A long carpet leads across the lobby. It's worn a little bit, and probably should have been replaced a long time ago. There are some people waiting individually on seating off the main carpet. All of them have messenger bags. A lot of them seem like teenagers. Some of them are drinking from mugs with some very hot beverage things going on. They're carafes of hot water, and there's a short line in front of the desk.
Is the line to the front desk, or is that to you?
Oh, it is a line to the front desk.
Okay. We don't have time for this.
Marab's with us, yeah?
Yeah.
Marab, any idea?
Well, usually I just wait in line. But, yeah.
So us standing there, how long does it take for the first person at the front of the line to get taken care of?
It's pretty quick, but they're a solid 5 people. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I'm too lawful to cut.
I want that on a mug.
Oh no, are you both lawful?
No, I'm neutral good, but that doesn't mean...
That's very your.
Yeah.
Your is very neutral. Yeah, that sounds right.
We're waiting online.
You're waiting online?
Yeah.
Ilvar is very irritated, but just crossed arms and just very tense.
This kind of high octane D&D I appreciate. Yeah, so a couple things as you wait in line. You notice every so often you hear a shoomp. You can't really see what that's connected to right now. The line seems to mostly be made up of these teenagers with messenger bags. Instead of, at a normal hotel, you might expect people coming in or people handing back keys or groups of people entering in. But this kind of just seems to be a bunch of people grabbing things from the desk, saying thanks and leaving. So it goes by pretty fast. And once you get to the desk, and Marab is kind of standing behind you, taking everything in, and at some time she whispers, actually, I've only been here once. I don't quite remember that one really well. Once you get to the desk, it has a friendly little silk plant on one side, but behind it is this dour-faced old half-elf. And behind her is a library index cabinet that's really big. And on one side of the desk is a series of pneumatic tubes. Before she's able to address you, you hear 2 shoom, shoom. And she swivels and retrieves paper bundles from 2 different tubes. And she actually, like, has the people behind you cut ahead, hands them, hands it to one person and says, "Just one. The other is for me." And person says, "Oh, thanks," and walks out of the hotel.
We're here for JT. Just like...
So done. Oh, I can't confirm any personal details about our patrons. But if you would like to get a room, I can check the availability. I believe we should have 3 available, 2 available, 1 available. What do you need?
We were we were told at the front that if they could help us with this, yeah? That was like 2 seconds ago, but it was a direct language.
The said.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also like that Illivar is like 5 feet tall and yours like, what, 6 foot or something?
6, yeah,
or am I just imagining that?
No, you're good.
So I'm just the angry small gremlin.
Small angry gremlin energy.
Does the solidity of that clause still apply with some authority?
What? Speak up!
Okay.
She
we're
leans
here.
over the desk to give you a big old eye.
Aw, hi. Unfazed. Seems friendly. We're actually here on mercenary company business, which is why we're looking for her, if that helps.
Got any proof? There's a quick little zoom in the background, and she swivels, grabs the thing, and throws it to the person who is behind you, who then leaves.
You were like jazz hands to Marab.
Oh. Could I get a persuasion check with advantage from your...
Yay! Oh, something you're really good at.
Okay, go
If I
for it.
blow this, will be phenomenal.
You may or may not have inspiration laying
We'll
about.
hold you.
I'm not sure.
If it fails.
Oh my god,
It's
yeah,
fine.
right? Okay, 17.
Nice.
Okay.
Those rolls were bad, by the way. And without the plus, jeez.
So, with the 17, Marab does this thing where she, like, looks across, so leans forward, puts her hands on her face so that, like, only her eyes shows, like, it's Master Shield Breaker.
Love her.
And the halfling goes, oh, right ahead. And gives you a key and points you towards an elevator.
And we're using a key to find her.
Oh no, the key has a room number on it. The key has a room, yeah, so, yes.
There we go.
Okay. This might be the point to pause and jump to Six and Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Yor has the key then, right?
Someone does.
The key exists. Or does it?
Or does it?
Both of you are playing pretty responsible characters when it comes to things like that, so.
Yeah,
know.
but if one of our bags gets stolen, I'm just considering.
Okay. No, steal that.
Don't you dare! I have precious things in there.
Not precious enough that Zero Bell took them, if you still have them.
I know, like the like small amount of coins.
She's going to jail.
Okay, so what are Six and Hannah up to? You just had what might be a near-death experience. You finally got back all the materials for this reincarnation.
As far as I remember, we'd left and we're heading back.
Yes, you left
Yeah.
and you were heading back. So while you're traveling through this area of town called the Slant, could I please get perception checks?
Yay!
Yeah, that thing I'm actually okay at. 22. Nice.
23.
Okay. So with a 22 and a 23, which are excellent,
It's because we're not walking with Marab.
otherwise you would be absolutely boned.
6.
Yeah.
Marab's just got that cross orientation.
Transcendence, yeah.
Yeah. So as you're walking back, now I've said this isn't like necessarily the best part of town. It is pretty established. And at some point you pass by an alleyway and you see some familiar magenta hair is by. And you both are absolutely sure you know whose that is.
Zerabel!
Over here! Over here!
You actually do see a full face of Zerabel before she ducks into the alleyway and basically goes, "Ah, shit!" and then just starts booking it.
I just wanted to ask how you're doing.
6 pulls out the stone, the speaking stone. It's like, Zerabel, come back here. We just want to be friends now.
Do you want to try a persuasion for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Advantage, because Ilavara isn't with us.
Well, no,
Not advantage on this one.
6 is the one who is trying to roll her up into a burrito, so I wouldn't.
Burrito, not burrito, but...
Whoa!
Oh, 26! Okay.
This is great.
Zerabel, I'm really sorry for trying to turn you into a burrito, okay? I'm really sorry. I treated you like shit. Come back, please. Let's talk this out.
Because you've been looking around and making sure you're trying to keep her in view, you actually see a little head pop out from like a rooftop as you hear back on your sending cell phone. On your sending cell. You really mean that?
I wave.
Yes. With all my heart, I sincerely do.
6, something really fucky is going on here. So,
Oh, what? Something fucky?
where are you going? Yeah?
We were just heading back to the first bastion. You know, that place. What's fucky? Come down and tell us about it. Or do you feel safe to come down and talk to us?
Almost definitely not, but I'll tell you what. I will follow at a safe distance so that no one can see me.
Also, have you been hearing me all this time and just not picking up?
Oh no, I put this at the bottom of my bag.
Oh, okay.
I don't hear like any calls at all.
6 is actually laughing. 6 is like, oh, okay. Cool.
I leave it on no ring and like
I was just shouting for you at breakfast. But okay.
Oh, that explains a lot actually. Okay. Shit. Okay, well, I get a chance to roll some stealth. Let's see what happens. I rolled a 12 for Zerabel, which is not great. So, I guess if you two are continuing to return to the Mercenary Guild castle area, a flustered Zerabel is following behind, is kind of tagging behind, but is not as stealthy as maybe she thinks she is.
Oh dear.
I want to roll to see if I actually notice
Adorable.
Yeah, go
because,
for it.
because to me, all that happens was I saw Like, I saw her disappear off, I heard Six talking, and then I saw her on a roof, and now she's gone. So, I don't notice her. I only got an 8.
No, you certainly don't.
What did 6 get? Let's see. 23.
So that's, yeah.
6 is like, this is adorable.
So yeah, as we're walking, I'm just like, I feel bad for Zirabel. I mean, she's probably got quite a lot to worry about, and I saw her on the roof there, and she doesn't seem very, she's scared. I just want to do more for her, you know?
It's okay. She's following us, you know.
What?
Yeah.
I look around and don't see it.
Well, just...
She's
Well, she was
hiding
always good at
behind a
hiding.
lamppost at the exact right time.
Oh my god, it's like a cartoon. 6 is just like, just trust me on this one. She's not far behind at all. And once we're at the first bastion, that's what I call it now, by the way. The first bastion. It's the place to be. Once we get there, we can talk this out and see what's up. And see what we can do for her. Because I agree. That girl ain't right.
But she can't get in unless the doorkeeper lets her in.
Well, I assume she'll come out of the shadows by then, and she can come in with us. If not, I've got this sending stone, and we can coordinate something. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
As soon as you said sending stone, like that, Hannah has that dead-eyed 1,000-yard stare of this is all above my head. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep going. I can't see her around, so she's very good at hiding, apparently.
Yep.
6 looks over and she's like on top of a crate or something.
It's like, I'm just picturing like Skyrim with like the eye that closes when you're being stealthy, and sometimes it's just... So, yeah.
I'm going to keep like, as we're walking, I'm going to keep like looking around to see if I can find her, and obviously fail.
You know, as a halfling, you can probably do a lot with just standing behind people wearing robes. So, yeah, especially
But,
like
you know,
thick, wintry robes.
when you have magenta hair.
So, you make it back to the main house, the first bastion, as we're going to call it now. Neat. Like that one. And you wait maybe, I want to say a good 5 minutes at the gate. And the gatekeeper comes around the other side. And then Zirabel appears from the bushes. Says, Okay, I made it. Okay.
See? Oh, what?
This keeps people out, right? As much as it keeps people in sometimes. Well, mostly keeps people out.
Oh, where did you appear from? How did you follow us without me seeing you?
Is Zirabel the type to wink and say tools of the trade? Because I feel like she is.
Do it.
Tools of the trade.
Whoa.
6 isn't gonna spoil the...
Starry-eyed, like...
As if you didn't meet her absolutely trapped in a room.
6 isn't gonna spoil the magic here for both of them. It's just gonna let it happen. He knocks on the gate.
Yeah. You guys all ready now?
Yes, we found the oils. That's what we were looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
oils.
And he opens up the gate and creates a temporary lax in the magic that surrounds it that protects it from people flying in or coming in or, you know. And to be clear, you can get out, but you cannot get in is the thing.
Okay.
because seems like a safety precaution. Okay, so what are you doing here?
How about, unless, there are too many bad memories associated with it, I was going to say we could go to the shed for some privacy. Or was it a shed? It felt like a shed.
It was a bathhouse?
The bathhouse. So rustic.
Should we just hand in what we came for first and then discuss it? I feel this is kind of important and it's kind of what we were hired to do.
Well, he's not going to be resurrected right away. There's still stuff, right? There's still stuff that's needed, and Sierra said things were fucky. And that sounds serious too.
I am right here.
So how fucky on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know, things are pretty fucked.
Okay, if you hand me the oils and Zerabel and Six, you can talk, and I will go and hand in the oils, and then I can come back.
Are you sure, Hannah?
Yes.
Alright. I just feel awkward having conversations without you around, because you're cool. And I like to keep you in the know, because you're my friend. But...
Well, you can keep me in the know when I get back and explain.
Right. Alright, see you then. And Six hands you the oils.
Okay.
And motions dramatically towards the shed. Like a bit of a bow. Like, after you.
I kind of say to Sarah Belga, if he tries to roll you up again, punch him in the kidneys. And go into the...
I think they have a knife for that, actually.
Even better idea.
Cats don't have very good kidneys, okay?
Oh gosh. We've gone another branch of the party split. Yeah!
Oh no! Oh boy.
So Hannah, you're headed inside?
Yes, Hannah remembers who she's going to hand it to, but I don't.
It was probably Hyacinth. However, when you enter the main hall area, there is at the big table you have Carpathius and Cheery and Connie, and in between them is just like a pile of letters and memories and written down stuff. That's what they were asked to do, is to create and write down as many memories as they could of Halbros. So, if you ask, Hyacinth is preparing she moved around the informal dining room area to be the location for the magic.
Yeah, so I'll kind of not sit down, but kind of lean on the table, kind of like, hi. And be like, so I have the oils. Is Hyacinth around so I can hand them in? I'm not sure of I look around at the everything. I'm not sure of the layout of this place.
Cheery, Connie gives you like a little bit of a shy smile and pretends to be doing something with her hands. And Cheery goes, she's preparing the body. If you go the door to advance, and then if you make a right, that's where she is.
Preparing the body. Okay. Could you repeat that, please?
Yeah, so if you go to that door, if you make a right, and she's in the the little like lunchroom. And
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheery. And I'm gonna like shyly wave to Connie and okay. And go.
Yeah. She tries to keep going, but you're gone. Okay. Hyacinth has prepared. I want to use the phrase mummy-like only in that the body of Helros has been prepared and wrapped in many layers of cloth. But other than that, there aren't a lot of similarities. On the floor, she has painted almost perfect circles, and there are 4 equidistant sections that are empty. There are no candles in them. They are specifically places at the north, south, east, and west in which the items that correspond to elements will be placed.
As I've opened the door, kind of realised that I've just intruded and knock on it. Like, as it's open, go, hello?
Oh, Hannah! You made it. Oh, if you don't mind, just don't tread on any lines. I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay?
Looking very carefully, step around. I have the oils you asked for. Let me just pull them out and show the bottles.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Believe... she goes, this one goes over here, and this one goes... Okay, this is great. I maybe need a few hours, but we should be able to spend this evening working on this. Okay, you'll be there, right? You'll help?
I will try. This all looks incredibly complicated, and... she just looks around at the entire thing. It's just like, I don't know how I could help, but if you want me to, I can try.
Oh, don't worry. I have everything figured out. I believe that we have a little thing for each person to do. I'm not sure if Carpathius will be able to join us. Cheery is very specifically not allowed to join in this one. She's not a high enough level yet. Also, probably not the type of thing a young girl should be doing, but that's not up to me. That's been, Carpathius' decision with her father not here right now. So that's just what that situation is.
Probably best for children not to deal with corpses. Yes.
Yeah. But I think Connie has decided that she's just not going to help at all. So, it's just us. It'll be fine.
Well, I'll try and help however I can. I'm not at all practiced in the arcane. And she looks around at everything completely overwhelmed and just goes...
she looks at you and very specifically says, can you read? Or do you have skill in music?
I can read.
Okay.
I can sing a little bit, but badly.
Okay, I'll take that into account. We'll go over the whole experience later, and everything's going to be totally okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yes, it will.
Absolutely. Have you heard back?
I believe in you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Have you heard from Ilavara and you're about JT and Narab yet?
Not yet, but I believe in them very much, and I think they're going to come back anytime soon.
Okay, sounds
I will
good.
leave you be, because this looks incredibly complicated, and I am taking up a lot of your time. And thank you. And she just bows slightly and steps out.
Okay. Very specifically not stepping on any lines.
Yep. And I'm going to try and work out how to get back to the bathhouse, which probably takes a little bit.
Roll a d20 for the minutes it takes.
I can roll an do you want me to roll an intelligence save to see if I can?
Yes, go for it. Let's see what happens.
11.
Oh.
13 minus 2.
Actually, give me a survival check. Because I want to know.
Survival.
I want to know if you go anywhere interesting.
19.
With a 19, I think you do a full circuit. and that's what takes a while. You go out the kitchen door and you walk around the front of the building all the way around. And, I don't think Hannah's the type to maybe get distracted when she sees, like, training dummies and stuff. But, yeah.
No, but she does like, as she's walking, she does that thing where she just keeps them in her eye the entire time. And then...
Yeah. You do note that there is a little, like, smithy area in one side.
Ooh.
So, that might be something
mental note for later.
Mm-hmm, exactly, yeah. Jump to 6 and Zerabel. So 6, explain to Zerabel how you're not going to murder her in this shed of murder. No, it's a shed of laundry and baths and not murder.
So 6 lies on his back with his arms up.
Okay.
And he's like, you can trust me, okay? I'm defenseless. I am at your mercy.
Yeah, I think I kind of knew that before you put your hands up, but, kind of running low on people trying not to kill me these days. I appreciate the gesture.
He, like, sits upright, and he's like, now that you trust me. All right, Dish. What is the fuckery? I gotta know.
I kind of want another persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get another 26.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I want to see another 26. I want that to happen.
Okay, what do I get?
Oh.
Yeah, I got 7. He's
That's a
spent
nat
it all.
one.
Ooh.
He's
Wow.
like, tell me now!
Do you have inspiration?
Good question.
Is it?
I think I'm the only one that's used mine so
I
far.
think I have maybe used mine. I don't have it checked off here. So,
So,
tell me.
Zerabel kind of looks around and says, shit, I really appreciate you doing this. I do. Don't think I don't, because I do.
Okay.
But it's just, things are dangerous
Okay.
around here. Things are different
Okay.
than they're supposed to be. And yeah, it's better if you don't know, honestly. It's probably safer that way.
Oh no, you said the words. If you don't know, he's hungry for knowledge.
There's some, like, weird hungry for knowledge thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
I accidentally, I don't think I intentionally, because tabaxis are, like, curious or something as, like, a racial thing, but then, like 6 is just 6. So he looks at Zerabel and he's like, okay, 20 questions. 5 questions. Are we, as in me and my friends, the ones you stayed in here in this very place, are we in danger? Can you tell me that?
I mean, like, probably if you keep on doing things,
Is the
someone's gonna notice.
First Bastion Mercenary Company in danger?
I mean, literally all the time. That's what they do.
Okay. You have a point. That was a bad question. Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
What is that, like 2?
Yeah. Let's see.
This character's so angry. I'm sorry. I'm living this. I love it. I'm loving this and living this.
Can you stick around? I don't know. Maybe you'd be safer here. What do you think?
Pretty sure I will be, so...
Okay.
I guess I'll just, haunt this laundry room or something.
Okay, but if you stick around, you're really not gonna tell us what's happening? Don't think that would be good for us to be in the know?
Give me another persuasion check.
Okay. 16.
With a 16, look, I'll tell you when I'm ready, okay? And maybe that's not right now, and I'll be ready at some point. Is that enough?
It'll have to be.
Look, all you need to know, I didn't tell anyone about the body we found. I wouldn't snitch any time, ever, okay? But they knew.
Who knew?
I can't say.
Zirabel, you can trust me. I'm the most trustworthy guy I know.
He is.
I wouldn't snitch.
Look, every single Velvet Needle is celebrating right now. That's all you need to know. Every single one.
Velvet Needles. That's
oh my God.
the tattoo people. Yeah? Am I close?
She takes off her jacket and shows you on her shoulder that tattoo she has of a crossbow with a needle on it. And she says, "You see anyone with this? Just know that they're having a good time."
Okay.
And that's
bad?
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
We saw a bunch of them.
Okay, that means that I guess they don't know who you are, which is good. That's good.
Who are you, Zirabel?
Look, Six, it's good to not have a bunch of celebratory murderous thieves know what you look like. That's a good thing, okay?
Yeah.
Just kind of take that.
Good for me, not
and
good for them.
And believe me, and yes, it's good for you. It's good for you. It's probably good for them too. I don't know. But yeah, that's all. Okay? I'll be here, but
okay. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Thank you for the safe route. Don't you dare lock the door, or I will just get out again. Look, it's not exactly a good lock.
Yeah.
They're not storing, the crown jewels in here. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everything you've told me. And like I said, you'll be safe here. I promise. And Six is sort of standing up a little squarely. And then he says, Is there anything else on your mind? Do you want this back, by the way? And he pulls out the sending stone.
And she looks at you like, I don't fucking care.
Oh, okay. Well, did you leave?
You think I paid for that? Come on.
Why you left it here on purpose? So we would contact you.
Yeah, I owe you all a bit of a life debt.
I see.
It was that or trying to throw myself out of, trying to figure out how to get out of that window and climbing down. Look, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. And that's everything you want to volunteer right now, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. Have a pleasant evening.
Okay, so I think at this point, Zirabel is going to lie low in the most unlikely place, her enemy's laundry room.
Six is just gonna walk out and slowly close the door behind.
So let's go over to Yor and Ilivara.
Yor has the key. We're going into an elevator.
Going into a fancy elevator. Yeah. So we pop back to Ilavara and Yor and Marib at the Cold River Inn. You've just been given a key with a room number on it.
What's the room number?
504.
69.
No. So, it's elevator time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you go up to the 5th floor. It is the top floor of this building. And when you approach the room, there's a lock and there are 2 doorknobs. They look identical.
A lock and 2 doorknobs on the same door?
Yep. Everything else about this is the hall it's small. It's kind of innocuous and forgettable. You might, if you didn't get turned around too much, remember that this door is facing in the direction of the river. So that is a thing, and there are only a few rooms on this floor.
Well, I think I'll knock first.
Okay. There's no answer. Would you like to try again?
Yor, I don't hear anything.
Do you hear anything? Give me a perception check.
Ah, shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably gonna fail anyway, so that's probably accurate.
Oh.
I got an 18.
Okay. You hear a little bit of scuttering on the inside, and then it stops. Suddenly.
Sounds like something's in there.
I mean, we could hear through doors. We'll just kind of.
I'll just knock again.
Mm-hmm.
JT, it's Marib and others from the company. We need to talk to you.
Marib whispers, I can just wait out here if that's okay. I don't know, keep a lookout.
All right.
Oh.
Marib looks around the very empty hallway. I mean, maybe there's like a vase of dried eucalyptus or something. It's desolate. A sad landscape painting on a wall that you immediately forget. Look, I love hotels. This is not a hotel I might love. So, after a few seconds, let's be realistic. After a few seconds, the door opens a crack and says, "Who are you?"
Hey, we were sent by the mercenary company. We're looking for JT.
And who's asking?
2 people you wouldn't know, and Marib. I mean, we're cool.
Marib kind of appears behind you. Hey! And the door is flung open, and JT comes barreling through you. And this is a small human woman, I want to say maybe 5 feet tall. Arms outstretched, very slight build, big mouth, smiling, extremely pale, dark hair. And she goes and she grabs Marib's cheek and she kisses her on both cheeks. Marib, it is so nice to see you. And is this, oh, let me guess. Is this Yor? Is this Ilavara? Oh, and she goes
Surprise
to give
glances.
you a kiss on each cheek.
No.
Alarm.
Come. I'm going to make some tea. Come on.
I don't think we have time for that, unfortunately.
She's walking in the door. And invites you in to her parlor.
Marib, we don't have time for this.
Yeah. Going in.
Marib very politely shuts the door behind her. On the inside, the door has one doorknob.
Want a trick doorknob?
Oh, you didn't check it.
I kind of wanna.
JT gestures to the room you enter into is it's a small, it's apartment living, very obviously not the size of apartment that could handle a lot of people at once. This room is a very close space, maybe 10 by 15. There is a plain oval coffee table in the middle. There's a couch, not quite like, it looks new, but it is comfortable. It's a comfortable type of couch. 2 identical chairs on the other side with a small table between them. The room has no open doors past what you can see right now, so you can't really see through to the back or anything. And JT goes through one door, and then she brings out a tea set that is already hot.
Bet she gets along with Hyacinth.
Oh, yeah, and like really very fresh cucumber sandwiches.
Aww.
It's very real. Yeah. Take a seat, take a seat. Okay. Now what brings you here? Tell me all about the business at the fort.
Nervous glance. She's in too good of a mood to hear the bad news. So, because I'm bad at taking notes, remind me, who's the guy that died? What's his name?
His name is Halros Quint, but you know him better as the Master Spellwright.
Okay.
Yeah, so for more of a description, JT is a short human woman, very pale skin, with a bunch of birthmarks and short-cut brown hair. She's, I want to say somewhere between 40 to 50, 55. It's very hard to tell because she moves with a lot of grace and ease. And you are in her flowery parlor.
Elvira, do you want to break this to her?
JT, the Master Spellwright is dead.
JT stops pouring tea and goes, come again?
He was killed, and his body has been copied and is being used by another. That is why we came, and that is why we need you to go back with us. Urgently.
JT stops pouring the tea. And she stands up and suddenly goes from someone who is interested in hearing a story she perhaps already knows to someone who is in authority. And she looks at Marib and says, "Can you confirm?" Marib says, I just heard it from them, so I was just gonna head back to HQ and see what was going on. JT sighs and says, "Before we do that, I would like you to tell me everything you know. And yes, come. And she goes through one of the side doors.
Okay. Fill her in on painfully every last detail.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when you go through the door, you enter from what was a flowery, extremely neat parlor. You go through a kitchen that is actually extremely sparse in terms of like keeping food around. It doesn't look like it's for show. It just looks like the type of kitchen where, like, if you open the fridge, you're going to see mustard, hoarded packets of hot sauce, and like ancient cold brew or something. Like it's just that kind of, wow, you don't even not have seasonings, you have salt that is full. Right. What lives here? Does anything live here? You go through that galley style kitchen, and into a back room. How do you explain? It is a large room that was very obviously like a master bedroom that's been changed around, because there is one window that is completely opened to the city. It overlooks the river, and that is the only source of light in this room. And the rest of the room, the walls are plastered in drawings and notes of different size paper. There's obviously some sort of color-coded system going on that you don't understand. There's basically a whole red yarn billboard on one side and an absolute, every kind of supply you might need and a whole slew of scrolls and maps laid around.
Wow.
There's obviously some sort of order here, but if you don't necessarily know what it is. There's a corner that is dedicated to different crossbows and arrows, like a little bit of a crafting corner that is completely neat. And you get the sense that something was going. This is a place where something is always happening, and you've happened to come in at a moment of relative quiet. There aren't really, I mean, there's like one chair, there's probably a stool somewhere. This isn't a parlor. This is a place where one person does their work. And Marab certainly doesn't look for a place to sit down. Just stands by the door politely and takes a look.
Is there anything without peering at any one thing closely that stands out, what could be on these notes and things?
Do you want to roll a perception check or maybe a stealth check, actually?
A stealth check?
As you try to take a look at what's going on.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. So, with a 16, I think you notice two things. Oh, and Yor can also roll a perception or stealth check as they prefer, if they want to take a look at what's going on here. You notice two things that you recognize. One, okay, so Yor rolled an 18. One, while glancing around, Ilavara notices her name on the wall in a section.
Don't like that.
With some notes in a curvy handwriting that is slightly different than the other ones. Two, you notice some notes about a library that you have spent a lot of time in this city, because that is the library that the lorekeeper worked at. So you recognize some notes about that library.
You need to name that library.
Do I? Do I ever?
No, I mean not necessarily. I mean, Anna could, but it's where Six and Ilavara met, and now it's got this lore keeper, and it's a place.
It is a place.
Yeah, it's the library with a capital L.
The library.
The library.
Elthana's
L.
Memorial Library.
Oh my God. Might just keep that. That's some Harvey Dent Memorial Park type thing going on. Okay, and you notice with an 18 perception, you notice a group of on a separate section of wall, you notice a group of drawings that are of missing persons from the city. And you notice them because these are the types of drawings that you've probably seen while out and about in the city. They're notices that go up on billboards, that go up on, I believe I said there was a cork board in the middle of town, and that's the type of place that Yor would spend time looking for gigs. Mm-hmm. So you notice that this is a collection of all of them and a bunch of notes around them and about them, what they look like. There's a note about if there's a perception about if they have a certain type of job, a profession, that's the word. If there's a profession that they do, or where they were last seen. So that's something that you notice outright.
Interesting.
I don't like it. What if she's the doppelganger?
What? This is a lot of back work.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so JT sits behind a desk, takes out some paper, and says, "You must tell me exactly what you found, and do not spare detail." Was that the point when Ilivaro is going to
give a very military-like report?
Okay, yeah.
We arrived at 0700. So-and-so's first.
Mm-hmm.
Then we came across 3 insurgents. Going from there like that.
Yeah. I think there's... Could I get an insight
Don't
from
make me perform.
No,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
No. Can I get an insight from your...
Okay. Oh, rip. It's a 4.
I just want to say that I love that Yor was like Ilivara, like for the bad news part, and Ilivara is just like grabbing Yor for like pleasantries, and it's just like
Yeah, they really work well.
the pleasant one and the unpleasant one.
Oh, real good cop, bad
It's
cop
adorable.
situation. So,
Yeah.
that's an insight of 4. You were trying to take a look to see if anything piques your interest with regard to how JT's expression is, or maybe if Marab has any sort of extra, if there's anything that, like, you notice that's a bit different. But you notice that at your foot is, how do you explain? It's an umbrella that's brought you a ball and looks like it would like to play fetch.
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna ask any questions about that. Here you go. You're like chucks it
Yeah.
always.
It does a little like jellyfish umbrella motion to go and kind of starts back and then soccer balls the ball back and waits. Ready to go again.
Good job.
It's like the ottoman from Beauty and the Beast, but an umbrella.
Well, that's inexplicably an animal.
That's true. It's just a transformed animal.
It's like try not to be disruptive about it, but like you can't say no to that.
It's adorable.
Okay, so Ilivara, I want to know how long it takes, but honestly, it seems like it's going to take a solid 15-30 minutes in game of just explaining what's going on, like catching. And at the end of it, JT looks up at you, at Ilivara, and very specifically says, "Ilivara, we do not know each other, but that was some excellent reporting. Now, my question
She
is...
just bows slightly.
Has anyone contacted the Master Oracle about this? Anyone? Anyone at all?
We're not sure.
So...
Hyacinth may have.
No, Hyacinth is... How to explain? She's very good at many different things, But Hyacinth does not have the ability to speak over very long distances unless she enlists, say, a friend that is a sparrow or squirrel, and we do not have time for that because the Master Oracle is very far away. So, you will have to head down there immediately and see what's going on. And at that moment... That's when you start hearing alarm bells in the town below.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You look outside, and there's... also, Hannah and Six would hear these bells as well. These are the type of bells where the Badgers, that's the emergency response / guards of the town, are called into action. And anyone available. And when you look out that window of her apartment, you see smoke rising from the middle of the city.
What's in the middle of the city right now?
Give me a history check.
Also, Six is just gonna reach back and like like to Zero about like, you may want to see this. I don't know.
I got a 16 on history.
That is the location of the Alfana Memorial Library.
No!
No! And that's where we're gonna end it today!
No!
But I've got late books. I can't return them.
Six would have so many late books.
True.
Like, so many.
It's true. He wouldn't care as much about the fee because he has money, but he's also just like that.
What a trash cat.
That was great. Cliffhanger.
Yeah!
Yay! Good job, everybody.
City and Snow is part of Novi Studios and takes place in the setting of Lanamora ages before the events of the Legends of Lanamora podcast. To find more City and Snow content, share your thoughts or predictions, or keep up with the silliness, check out the Twitter account City and Snow. Thanks again to my wonderful players. How can people find you all?
This is Anna, and you can find my illustration work on Twitter at unrulycryptid or annahannon.com. I am also twench on itch.io with several games in development.
I'm Lane. You can find whatever my personal brand is on Line the Order on Twitter, and watch this space because I'm trying to get a small studio together and start some game dev.
I'm Izzy, and you can find me and my art and writings through @SquishyNight on Twitter.
I'm Miranda, and you can find me at Potato Farm on Twitter and itch.io and other places.
I'm Lizzie, and you can find me at Lizzie Burr on Twitter. That's LIZY_BR on Twitter. To check out more shows and streams from Novi Studios, visit novistudio.io. NOVI studio.io. That's all from us. Thank you and have a great day.